Speaking of the stock market, Cathie Wood, Ark Invest, they've just been doing so well. Like, you can't stop Ark Invest, their funds. They've been the best performing ETFs over the last year. And actually, what is important to know about Ark Invest, and one of the biggest risks, is that Ark owns more than 10% of at least 29 companies, and that's pretty important because they don't own like a lot of stocks. They own, let's say, between 35 and 50, I believe, in each ETF, about between 30 and 50, and a lot of these companies they own pretty major stakes in. Like, owning 10% of 29 companies is a pretty big deal. In addition to this, they own more than 25% of at least 3 businesses, and they also own 20% of 10 companies. So there's a lot of companies that they're invested in where they own at least 10% or as high as 25% of the entire company. And this is a risk. So it's a good thing if things are going well at the stock market. People put more money in. These stock prices are going to continue to go up because Ark Invest, they have like a limited number of stocks that they really invest in. And if they put more and more money into these stocks, it's going to keep driving the price up. But when the stock market goes down, the risk is if people are pulling out billions of dollars from these Ark ETFs, then Ark has to take money out of these stocks, and that's going to cause those stock prices to go down, causing then the ETF to go down. So it's almost, they can get into a really bad cycle where if the stock market's doing bad, they have to take money out of the stocks, causing the ETF to go down even more, causing people to be worried. So it's really just like a cycle where if things start turning, it could be pretty bad for Ark Invest just because they do have large positions in a lot of these companies. So you just have to be careful with that because if people are taking money out of Ark Invest, they're going to have to take money out of these stocks that they're owning. And a lot of the companies they invest in just aren't massive companies. Like, a lot of companies they own are innovative tech companies that are up and coming, but they only have, like, I spoke about some on our main channel just the other day that have about a $1 billion market cap, or one that had about a $750 million market cap. And those companies, you know, if Ark Invest takes a couple $1 million out of, you're gonna see the stocks go down, even if nothing happens with them. And there's no bad news. Just because Ark Invest is taking money out or putting money in, because they have such an influence on these smaller companies, it could be a potential risk that you have to just be aware of, because they do own large positions in a lot of these companies. So that's why when Ark Invest was doing extremely well, we saw stocks like CRISPR Therapeutics. It like doubled in a month, and it was one of their largest holdings. So a lot of these companies you're going to see do really well when the stock market is doing well because Ark Invest is pouring more money in. But you just have to be careful because if the stock market goes down, people take money out of Ark Invest, those stocks are going to come down pretty hard as well. So just be aware of that. Something to keep in mind.